Okay, good day, grade 8s. So Mr. Smith is here on lesson 5. We've gone through a lot of work in the classroom. I've been doing some modeling. And now for the rest of the unit, I'm mostly going to give you like video demonstrations because I do want to free myself to spend one-on-one time with students needing extra support. So you can also notice that this will match the document I posted in the Google Classroom. The questions that are circled there in that pink, those are the only questions you have to do. Now, of course, some of these are off the screen, but what Mr. Smith is saying is that you have the opportunity to skip over some questions. I don't see the need in having to do every one. So just to point this one out, the difference between these two. This one you have to do because I circled it, but I'm also saying I will do a video. Please excuse my phone, I'll be sure to mute it. This one you don't have to do, okay? But I'm going to show a video on how to do it, okay? Because it's similar to some other problems, and so I just wanted to make sure that you got a little bit of support in me demonstrating some technique here. Okay. So I paused the video there to take care of my phone. Let's begin with this question that I asked you to do as homework, but I'm also going to demonstrate it. So it's sort of a freebie. And it just says underline or highlight the part which you would solve first. It doesn't even actually say solve. So look what we have here. We have bed mass. Okay. Yeah, I'm skipping over the E because I'm just not going to give you any exponent questions for the fractions unit. So, do we have fractions? Yes. Do we have division? You bet. Do we have multiplication? Yes. Do we have addition? Nope. Addition's not part of this. And we have subtraction. But let's look at the brackets, okay? I chose to demonstrate this one because even inside the brackets, right, you have two operations. You have this subtraction and you have this division. So certainly, like this fraction out here, man, this fraction is just going to have to hang out and wait for everything to get resolved in here. Now, in terms of what's going to do first, well, there's two operations inside these brackets, so you still have to decide. And of course, it is division, right? Division comes before subtraction. Okay, it comes first. So if I had to underline, okay, that's the first operation you're going to do. You're going to get the result here. Then it's going to be subtracted from 3/4. So it's 3/4 minus whatever the heck result you get out of this division. Okay, I think it's going to be 1 because you're just flipped. Anyways, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Anyways, you're going to do this first, okay? Okay, that's it. Okay. Let's go to question F. Now, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to demonstrate it, hoping that the demonstration will help you might solve E or H for this page. So, quickly, you don't have to do this question. You don't have to do this question. You only have E and H to do, but I'm demoing F and G. Okay? So, what are we going to do first? Well, we have bed mass. We're always going to start with bed mass. I really encourage you guys to write the acronym down. You don't if you want to write the E, go ahead and write the E, but we're just not going to have any exponents. So what do we got here? We definitely have brackets. We don't have exponents. We don't have division. We have multiplication. We have addition and subtraction. So what do we got to do first? We got to do the brackets first. So that's subtraction. It does come before multiplication because the subtraction's in the brackets. So this part of the question, the 1/6 plus 1/2 times whatever, I mean, we've got to resolve this out first. So these guys have to just sort of hang out and wait. Hang out and wait. So 2 subtract 2/3. Now, I've been doing fractions for a long time, so I'm just thinking if I have 2 whole pies and I subtract 2/3 of one of those pies, shouldn't I have 1 1/3 pie left over? I mean, it is possible. I guess what I'm trying to convince you guys of is that it is possible to do fractions in a mental math sort of way. But let's go ahead and do it sort of the quote unquote the long way. In other words, let's do it the way we were taught. So 2 is the same as 2 over 1. You need a common denominator. So that means I got to multiply this fraction by 3. Okay, I can leave this fraction alone. You don't always have to change both denominators. The whole goal is to get a common denominator. So this is 6 over 1, subtract, let me do that again. 6 over 3, 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, over 2/3. So we have our common denominator. So let's rewrite this as 6 minus 2 over 3. Okay? And that's equal to 4/3. Now, one little issue about doing this the mental math way is that, remember, leave it mixed. Let me say that again. Leave improper fractions alone in the middle of the question. If this was the final answer, then I might be tempted to convert it to 1 1/3. But I'm going to leave it alone, knowing full well that it has to be sort of reattached or reinserted into this question. In other words, the question's not done. So what do we have? We have 1/6. Just start rewriting the parts that you ignored. Plus 1/2 times what? Well, now it's not a what. Like, we don't have a question mark here anymore. We actually know. We have a result. We have a result. What's the result? 4/3. Okay? So these guys were waiting while this was hanging out and resolving or trying to simplify, right? We were simplifying the brackets to a single fraction. And now BEDMAS still applies. So you've got to do multiplying. Okay? So that would end up being, so again, 1/6 added to what? The 1/6 plus, the 1/6 adding symbol. This addition has to wait and hang out until this is done. So what do we got? Ooh, I see cross cancellation there. Yes, Mr. Smith gets excited when he sees cross cancellation. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes in there twice. And look what we have. This is fun. 1 times 2. I know, you're saying it's not fun, Mr. Smith, but I think it's a little bit fun. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 1/3. So now, okay, all together, last step. 1/6 plus 2/3. Ay caramba, now we got to have a common denominator, because we're adding, we need a common denominator again. So I'm going to multiply those by 2. And what do we get? We get 1/6 plus 4/6 equals 5/6. That's our answer. Right there. Okay, 4 times 1/2 plus 2/8. Guess what I'm going to do right there? That's not 2/8, that's 1/4. 2/8 is equal to 1/4. I don't accept fractions that are inflated like a balloon that's too big. Why would you deal with 2/8? We can just deal with 1/4 divided by 1/2. So if I'm going to write out my little acronym there, I'm just not going to bother with that E. And we're not doing exponents. Simple as that. So BEDMAS or BIDMAS. We do have brackets. We do have multiplying. We do have addition. We do have addition. We don't have subtraction. Well, first, I kind of cluttered this up. So let me just do a general overall rewrite of this. Okay? I didn't accept 2 over 8. This is 1/4 divided by 1/2. Okay. Capiche? All I did was I changed 2/8 into 1/4. Other than that, it's the same question. Now, what comes first? Well, we've got brackets. For sure we've got brackets. So what comes first in the brackets? We've got 2 operations. There's addition and division. So we've got to do division first. This is 1/4. Keep, change, flip. Okay, now I could cross cancellation, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. There's ones here. Multiplying by ones is so easy. For those of you who are going to cross cancel, just go ahead and do it, because you obviously saw that it's going to be 2/4, and really that's 1/2. So, okay, you've always got to sort of reassemble the question, because you're doing one part at a time. You're doing one bed mass chunk at a time. So what does this question look like now? Well, we didn't touch the 4. It had to hang out. We ignored it. Times. That's part of the 4 times. We still have brackets because we still had 1/2. This was hanging out, okay, and waiting. The addition was waiting. But now we have a result for this, right? If I highlight this now, okay, we have a result of this. This division resulted in 1/2. Okay, I'm not going to get too fancy with this now. Just going to move this up. You guys should know that 1/2 plus 1/2 is equal to 1. I mean, you know, that's probably the simplest addition fraction statement you can get in your entire life. 1/2 plus 1/2. So basically, guys, what we have is this. Reassemble the question. 4 times the result. What did this work out to be? 1. It's equal to 4. Done. Okay, so that's it for lesson 5, order of operations. We went through this in class. Okay, we went through page 36. Oh, you could do this, you try. Okay? Okay, you guys could do that. And then for page 37, right? I was gonna demonstrate this. Oh yeah, no, you just have to underline or highlight the part you saw first. Then I demonstrated this question F, this question G. And remember, you don't have to solve this. There we go, I'm just trying to get the camera. You don't have to solve, just underline, just underline, just underline. Evaluate means actually find out the answer. Skip that one. Okay, skip that one. Skip this one. So A and C. E and H. And then you're done, page 38. This is a challenge, and so this is optional. Okay, guys, that's video number 1.